Hello, my dearest confidant. This morning I woke up with surrender on my mind, and I wanted to talk about it because surrender has always brought up feelings of negativity within me. And I thought, what really is surrender? I mean, when you think about the definition of surrender, you think about like giving up. Um, and there's an element of truth to that when you're talking about um, sovereignty within yourself and spiritual growth and personal growth. But surrender is just about changing how you respond to things. And really, that's it. You're responding, you're not reacting. Those times where you feel like screaming, that's the time to do something different because what you've done before in the past hasn't worked, right? So let's switch it up. Let's surrender the scream in, honor of self-reflection. Or, when you're thinking about conflict and confronting someone, especially when you're talking about because you're mad or whatever, well, your feelings come up because you really just want to feel safe. You want to feel loved. You want to feel protected. Um, and so getting back to that, that's an opportunity for you to give that to yourself. And so instead of maybe giving in to the need for that argument, maybe figure out what it is. Surrender to the idea that your body is telling you, I don't feel safe right now. I don't feel supported right now. I don't feel loved right now. And start to really look at it from your own point of view. Because in reality, everything that we go through and everything that we do is really just the road home to ourselves. Anything after adulthood, right? When you have the autonomy to change and to choose whatever it is that you want, that's when the real coming home to yourself begins. All of that other stuff is conditioning and what does the world want of me and how do I become part of this society and culture and whatever, how do I fit in, right? And the second part of that, after you become an adult, and when you choose to, right? Because not everybody chooses to come home to themselves. Some people decide to numb or to disassociate or, externally focus on everything else instead of themselves. And that's a choice. We all make our choices. Some people are what I would consider in your life NPCs, non-player characters. Like they're not actually playing, they're just performing a role. And it's our job to choose whether we want to see that and change the way that we behave or accept that and just continue to be part of that background, if you will. You can play background in your own life. And for me, surrender comes up as I need to decide what it is that my body is telling me and respond to that appropriately. A lot of the times my body is telling me it's time for you to slow down. It's time for you to focus on something that you want or need right now. And my body has really responded positively to those changes when I make them. And so you're watching this video, I assume you're still here because the same is true for you or you want it to be true for you. And it can be true for you. But that observation is absolutely key to getting to where it is that you can just naturally surrender. Forcing it is not going to be helpful, right? Whenever we try to force something, it pushes it further away. It's like trying to put that square peg in that round hole when the square peg is bigger than the round hole, right? Because a square peg can fit in a round hole if it's smaller. And so we want it to be that just right fit, with as minimal open space as possible. And in order to do that, I kind of lost my train of thought because the cat walked up, but forcing the surrender is ineffective. And so if you're having struggles with what surrender looks like, what it feels like, just observe right now. That's the next step. Just observe and choose to respond or react in a different way or not at all, right? Because we can engage or disengage as we feel led. So surrender has always been one of those words that I'm like, oh, there you go again. I don't want to hear that shit again. But it doesn't have to be the giving up part of that. And that's how I've always looked at it. And today I did a walk, which was different from what I've been doing for our morning meetings. And it really helped to clarify that for me. So I love you, my dearest confidant. Until next time.